Now, according to White House officials, Hamas is facing a stark choice: accept a generous ceasefire deal from Israel, release all hostages, or face an all-out military offensive on the border city of Rafah. The ceasefire would play out in two phases and could ultimately lead to a normalization of relations between Israel and the entire Middle East. A response from Hamas could come at any moment. Here's CNN's Jeremy Diamond and a warning. Parts of his report are graphic.
Smoke from the latest Israeli airstrike rises near the tents of the displaced in Rafah, and it could get much worse. Israel is threatening a major ground offensive here. But far from the bombs and bullets, another path is emerging. Egypt putting forward a new framework for a ceasefire and hostage deal.
There is a proposal on the table up to the two sides to consider and accept, but certainly the objective is a ceasefire.
Under the latest proposal, an Israeli source and a foreign diplomatic source tell CNN that Hamas would release between 20 and 33 hostages in exchange for a pause in the fighting and the release of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners over several weeks. Palestinians would also get unrestricted access to northern Gaza, a new Israeli concession. Israel and Hamas would then agree to what diplomats are calling the restoration of sustainable calm, a one-year ceasefire that would see Israeli troops withdraw from Gaza and the release of the remaining Israeli hostages.
Hamas has before it a proposal that is extraordinarily generous on the part of Israel. And in this moment, the only thing standing between the people of Gaza and a ceasefire is Hamas.
As Israeli officials expect Hamas's leader in Gaza to respond in the coming days, hostage families are driving up the pressure on the Israeli government.
I know the feeling of losing hope. Bring Keith back to me. Bring back my hope. Bring Keith and all the hostages their lives back. We can't handle anymore. We've had enough.
Failing to reach a deal only promises more pain for those hostage families and more unspeakable grief in Rafah. Israeli airstrikes killing 22 people overnight in Rafah, according to hospital officials, including 5 children. Nestled among the body bags, the small body of 1-year-old Daif Allah Abu Taha is impossible to miss. He was among 10 members of his family killed overnight.
ولا حاجه قاعدين في زورنا وخطف الدار واحنا ما بنعرفش ولا حاجه. نايمين كله نايم في فراشه. عندنا 12 واحد. كله نايمين في فراشه، نازح واللي مش نازح. هذول الشهداء اغلبهم نازحين كمان عندنا غير اهل الدار.
The stakes of ceasefire negotiations all too clear. Jeremy Diamond, CNN, Jerusalem.